Grand Rising, everybody. Happy Friday. How is everybody doing? Welcome in, guys. All right. So I was thinking I want to get your opinion on maybe we should do a quick kind of collective reading before we get into the readings here, the personal readings. So I'm going to take that off the screen for now. Hi, Allison. Actually, no. The live readings? What do you mean? The Zoom readings or the live readings here? Yeah, it's closed for today. I've got May 1st open. I sent you a reading yesterday. Did you get it? Yeah, Leslie, yeah. Did you get it? Did you get your reading from yesterday? You had a recorded reading yesterday. I did it for you. Hi, Casey. Grand Rising. Hello. Y'all live. You see this? This is my creative attempt at trying to hold my finger together. Oh, hi, Jazzy. Hello. Welcome in, everybody. Hi, Lena, Allison. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so let's do a quick collective reading, I think. Give me a moment here. Let's see. I'll just make a note of when I'm starting this, so I'll clip it later. You guys will see it posted separately later. I'm gonna tell you, the thumb and the index finger. This is almost over with. But that was, I did something I shouldn't have. I knew better, but wasn't thinking in the moment. Trying to slice open the sourdough. And I serrated my finger. It was not pleasant. Okay. I want to do a collective reading for everyone. If you guys missed it, I did kind of a quick all signs, what you don't see coming. That was posted this morning. And then you have your May readings coming out. These were recorded before now, but that doesn't mean they're not relevant. But most people on the channel haven't seen them. So let's do a collective message here. Mahalo, Sandra. I know I see you on here. I got you on here, girl. I don't know. I think you saw you're in order, right? You're like second to last here, but I have 11. I have 11 bookings with you guys. I closed them out, but May 1st is open. But Sandra hopefully will get you some answers. Okay, let's do a collective reading. Show us collectively. What do we need to know right now? Let's see. Two of Swords. Oh, I'm sorry, not Two of Swords. Seven of Swords. It looks like the Two of Swords. Okay, show me. So Seven of Swords. Four of Swords. We have Uranus entering Gemini. We're already feeling that, but Uranus entering Gemini tomorrow, the 25th. Members, you guys had all signs, all houses readings regarding Uranus entering Gemini. So if you missed that, it was live, but the replay is there. Man, all these swords, 9 of Swords. There seems to be, yeah, there's worry about something here, fear about something. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, this could be whether an opportunity is going to be coming through. Interesting, that Seven of Swords. I don't feel like you feel good about whatever this is. This may not be everybody's reading, but this is somebody's reading. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune. It could be fears around what taking an opportunity could change for you. There could be some uncertainty around those changes. Four of Wands. King of Pentacles. Okay. You're not sure about this, I'm getting. There is an opportunity I'm seeing. This has been coming through lately, so okay. I see what's happening. So there is some sort of opportunity, and it feels like a good opportunity. This creates more of an environment. I don't just mean in your home, but it does create an environment that feels like home, that feels safe like home, if that makes sense. Strength. Yeah, this is like courage. I feel like you're the fact that I even felt the Two of Swords there with that. I know it's a Seven of Swords, but I do feel Two of Swords. I feel like there's worry and anxiety around a new experience that is trying to happen in your life. Let me see the Seven of Swords. Show me the Seven of Swords. See, it's good news. It seems like a good thing. The Hanged Man. I think it feels like something is happening a little sooner. Like there's a period of time that's coming up where you can't avoid something anymore. And I feel like the Seven of Swords is talking about avoidance. I feel like this is some kind of resistance that you might feel, or hesitancy, a guardedness that you may feel around a situation that's like, it feels like it's coming through, but it feels like that you have thought, if this is your reading, you have thought that you had more time. It feels like something is coming through kind of quickly, though. I know the Hangman doesn't suggest this, but the Page of Wands can be a quick energy. It's Wands. But I feel like it's good news. I feel like also, if there is still a period of time that needs to, for some of you, there's still going to be a bit of period of time where you're going to have time to kind of wrap your head around this. But it's almost like, you know how like when you were a kid and I mean, I don't know that this is the way it should be done, but I'm not supporting it. But sometimes we had those parents that would just kind of throw us in the pool. You know, we're gonna swim. We're gonna learn how to swim that way, right? So it feels like the universe is kind of throwing you into the pool so that you can like get your running legs pretty quickly here. That it's not something that I feel like has to move forward quickly. It just feels like you're trying to find this place of stability and something that seems very foreign to you up to this point. Let me see a little bit more about this Hangman. That was you? I feel ya. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, this keeps coming out. It's about the exchange of energy. It's come out in other readings. It's about the exchange of energy with others. This is something specific, though, I feel that you kind of have your mind on. I think the Four of Swords here kind of suggests that there's still a little bit of time period, or something is coming to a resolution as how this is feeling to me. And because of that resolution, that means that there's some other opportunity or potential that is going to be front and center in your life. Now, what that is going to be different for those of you that this resonates for. Let me see. Four of Swords. That's normal for a Gen X. Yeah. Yeah. Did I ever show you guys? Some of you are members. I may have showed you. Did I ever show you guys the picture of me when I got pulled out of I fell into, in Bear Mountains, I fell into the lake there in winter, and my mother decided it was a good time to take a picture as I had just been pulled out. If I didn't show you guys that picture, I should show you. Oh my gosh. It's one of my more embarrassing moments. Oh boy, I can see it now. Okay, so yeah, this is like some sort of exchange of energy. There's a Ten of Swords. There is something that, like, I feel like this is a bit of complacency, something that you're comfortable with, and I think that that's ending. I think that's coming to a close. You didn't see? Okay, if y'all remind me when I get done with this reading, I'll go yank it out and show you. Oh man, fun times. I'll have to post it probably because I think it's in Ronan's room actually. He's a Timothy. I want to make his space. All right, let's see this moon here. Actually, let me go to this Nine of Swords. What's the concern? I mean, I see the concern, but I think it's more worry than what you actually need to worry about. I think you're looking at something like this is going to be a complete disruption to my life, but I feel like it's happening to kind of challenge your comfort zone, to get you out of a comfort zone. I'll go get it. You guys just have to remind me because I'll forget. I'm channeling, so I don't remember things. Or I'll have to post it. We'll figure it out when we get done here. I again, remember when I mentioned it feels like something is kind of happening more quickly than you thought it was going to? That's what I'm seeing here with the tower as well. And I think this kind of throws you into a bit of a whirlwind mentally more than anything. There you have concern around what this is going to do, how this is going to change things. Can you tell me a little bit more about that tower? Curious what it is. I mean, I see the Page of Wands. It's actually good news, but I think you don't feel like it's good news. It's happening very, very quickly. Knight of Wands. Holy cow. The Lovers. You're being pushed into something. I think you feel not ready for it. I feel like you're being thrown in the deep end. No little arm floaties. Ten of Cups. Wow. I feel that you're a little scared about this. You're a little worried about this, but you're not seeing it. That's why this Hangman is here. This is a good thing. I think you're scared of coming out of complacency or scared of coming out of your comfort zone. You're scared may not be the right word. Concerned about it. I see that it's a concern. It's a concern because of what you feel like it threatens for you. But I feel like this is the universe is like stepping in and saying like, okay, we've been here, we've gotten comfortable with this way of life or whatever, this job, this relationship, and it's not serving us anymore. It's like dried up. All the energy from it has been absorbed. Okay. And it's time to get out of your comfort zone. It's time to have a new experience. And so I feel like that's what this is. Show me the moon. What is the fear? What is the fear? I think for some of you, you're becoming concerned. Now, listen, we have Uranus entering Gemini. This could be some sort of sudden, shocking communication or information that comes through. Let's look at this moon. Show me the moon. Yeah, wow. Oh, Well, it looks like it elicits some emotion from you. Keeping my cool noodle clothes. Wow. Okay. Just give me a little more. We're gonna have to check out this lovers here in a moment. Yeah. This really changes some things. I'm telling you, it's the change. You're not sure what that looks like. You could find your defensive. I almost feel like this is ego. It is ego, but I feel like it's coming through in the way of like defensiveness. You're trying to protect yourself, but I feel like you're actually trying to protect something much deeper. Maybe some of you are aware of it. Others of you may not realize that you're really trying to protect something much deeper here. Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about what that is? There's that Two of Swords. Yep. I'm telling you, you're guarded with this. Can you guys hear the birds? Show me this. Show me this Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. I wonder if this is an opportunity that you've seen before. Yep. Ten of Pentacles. And I feel like in that case, it didn't really stick, is what I'm getting. Something didn't really stick. Show me more about this. Five of Swords. Something got messed up. Something was. I'm hearing intervened. I want to say something was interfering. What do you mean by intervened? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Interesting. So the intervention, this was some sort of intervention in the past that you experienced. There was a co-lesson that was being learned between you and whoever or whatever that was. The intervention was a lesson being learned. So there might have been something you might think that it failed or it didn't work out. It didn't stick is what came through earlier. And I feel like there's probably a whole story with that for you. But it was almost like it was a soul contract to learn a lesson. And I feel like it's come to this point where learning a lesson also involves learning to open yourself up again or learning to get out of your comfort zone, learning to have these new experiences. It feels more like allowing something in that you would trust. I feel like this is something that either you had in the past or something that you were supposed to have in the past and it didn't work out that way. So it's brought you like full circle here to this point. You have a choice to have something real, whatever that means for you. Something real, something that it's like home. I don't mean just like a physical home and family and all of that. I mean it's safe. It's a safety thing. You have an opportunity to have that, but I feel like you have a hard time seeing it right now. Again, I feel like because of this past experience. And there's the Four of Wands. This is security. I feel like you have to be brave to have this new experience. I feel like ultimately that's what this is for you. I feel like, again, I'm getting this being thrown into the deep end. Like there's almost a magnetism toward whatever this is for you. And I feel like it's meant to elicit this response so that you can overcome the fear. I'm just curious a little more about this Lovers. Now, you always have a choice. And this is, I feel like if you're making a choice that's aligned for you, it feels like you should move in this direction regardless of the fear that you're having about it or the hesitancy or the guardedness that you're having about it. I don't mean like a caution type of thing. Okay, I feel like what I'm talking about here is more of a wound that you have had that you carry for a while that's made connection difficult or that's made trusting people difficult. Can you show me the Lovers, please? Just to see Lovers. Yeah. I think this is an aligned choice. And for some of you, it might involve connection. I feel like regardless of whatever fear you're feeling about it, hesitancy, okay, scaredness, yeah, they're showing me chattering teeth. It's you're nervous about something. They're showing me somebody chattering, like they're chattering teeth, nerves. I'm telling you, something happens very quickly. Again, thrown into the deep end. That's what I'm going to call this. The Fool. Yep. Literally thrown into the deep end. This is definitely, it feels risky to you. It feels maybe even foolish. But the choice is aligned. Show me the Four of Wands. Give me a little bit more of the Four of Wands. Page of Pentacles. You have a real chance at like, oh, no, not chance. You have a real opportunity. There is potential to build something from the ground up. Show me the King of Pentacles. An earth sign could be involved here. We have Temperance. You might be coming to terms with something being more aligned for you than something else when maybe you really wanted that something else. Show me a little more with Temperance, please. Sagittarius season could be significant here as well. We have a Scorpio full moon coming up on May 1st, and then we have a Sagittarius full moon after that. Well, of course, the new moon, but you know what I mean. Let me see. May 31st. Sagittarius full moon could be then. The opposite sign of Gemini is Sag. Some of you, your fourth house could be being impacted by Uranus entering Gemini. For some of you, fifth, seventh house potentially. Your second house, specifically Uranus entering Gemini, could be impacting those areas for you. This is something that's going to be built over time. I would pay extra close attention what you manifest with the Gemini new moon. They're also showing me the card Release Your Fears. That is actually a Scorpio card. Hold on a minute. Let me find it. Okay, there's the full moon. So it's the new moon, the Scorpio new moon. So you have it. Okay, so I feel like this is about you releasing some fears with the Scorpio full moon that's coming up. And then by the Scorpio new moon, there could be a transformative energy that's going on in your life. And I feel like by Sagittarius season, for a lot of you, this is going to be like you're fully involved. You might even like have a different kind of belief system or philosophy about life by that time. Very interesting. I'm seeing the Two of Cups underneath the deck. So this is you coming together with something. Let me just look at this strength energy. 8 of Pentacles. I'm telling you, you're deciding, yep, Ace of Wands, you're deciding to put energy into this. And I feel like as you do that, the more excitement grows, the more passion grows for whatever this is. Or whoever this is. Queen of Wands. Ooh, yeah, feeling good. I'm feeling good. Is that what it says? Or is it I'm feeling right? I don't remember the exact word, but I'm hearing that. Who sings that? Allison? Where's Allison? I think through, yeah, look at that. Wow. There's something that is going to profound. There it is. There's the end of the lesson. Look. Okay, the way I'm looking at this would go like this. There's a profound ending to a lesson. It comes through clarity. I feel like you get clarity down the line. I feel like it's clarity about the past, how it hurt you, why it hurt. I feel like this is going to be your next evolution, your next phase, because there's a spiritual awakening here that comes through this evaluation. I think you're also evaluating this 3 of Swords in your life as you're interacting with whatever this is. It's almost like this is like a fake it till you make it kind of thing. But I think the reason you're not necessarily faking it, okay? I don't think you're faking it, but it's like putting yourself in this role until you start getting like, and just feeling all kinds of stuff until you start feeling comfortable with the role. That's how this feels. Like, it's not that you're forcing yourself, it's that you feel like this is the right thing for you to do. It's funny, I don't see the Page of Swords, but I kind of feel there's an observant energy, but I feel like you might have some Scorpio in your chart in certain places here because because I feel you very aware and very strategic, like paying attention to everything. But I think that's a hyper awareness, and I think that also comes from an experience that whatever this 3 of Swords, this 9 of Wands, whatever this past experience is. I feel that you're going to be brave enough to exchange energy. Okay. I feel like it's going to go slowly. I feel like it's going to be at your pace. And I feel that you're going to get comfortable so much to a point where you feel you're feeling a whole new energy here, a whole new like desire for life, passion for life, that sort of thing. Okay. All right. All right. We're going to get into the personal readings. I know you guys want to see that picture. I'm going to post that picture. It's in my son's room. Let me go look. Hold on. I'll be right back. Time out. I know where it's at. I just got to go grab it. Yes. All right, guys, it ain't happening. It's too dark and early. I don't want to wake him up. Okay. I'll post it. I'll post it for you guys. I think I showed it to members once, I think, because I think we had talked about it one night, maybe a year and a half or so ago. All right, let's see. Okay. Well, Kathy, I didn't put your name on the list, but if you're here you're actually the very last one. I think you planned it that way though. If you're not here when I do that, do you want me to wait on it? So don't be alarmed that your name's not on the thing, on the list. It's on my paper list. It's not on my banner list. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I hope that resonated for you guys. I mean, I think it's something that's coming in that maybe you're not aware of. You might have some idea of what this is, but maybe you don't know something's happening more quickly than what maybe you had originally anticipated. Throwing you into the deep end without the floaties. I was the kind of kid, when I was a kid, we had where we lived, there was a very rich man that lived across the street. I mean, he had the gates and the pool and everything, right? And so we were friends with him. We were neighbors. So he'd let me and my mom go over there and swim. And I remember he had this vacuum that would run around I mean, I was like kindergarten age, probably preschool actually. And I saw this vacuum and I wanted to know what it was. So I didn't know how to swim. I just jumped into the pool and my mom had to come in and get me. No fear. My mom says I have no fear, which is not true. I have fear about other things, not stuff like that. I guess it makes me a bit of a daredevil here. Okay. I just love water. Okay, let's see here. Silly. Okay, so Diane, I don't know if Diane's here. Diane, let me know if you're here in the comments, and I'm going to keep my eye out for you. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. I know not all of you are here for a reading, but I want you to know I appreciate you hanging out with me. Makes it a lot more fun. Okay, so Diane, let me know if you're here. If you're not, I'm going to read your booking privately to myself. I've got your timestamps. Of course, you're seeing this, so you obviously know that. All right, let me see here. Okay, Diana, I would say, let's see, I'm looking at your zodiac signs here. Okay, got you. Okay. Let's pull some overall energy for you, okay? All right, well, Kathy, just in case, I'll just check in when I get to you too, because I'm not, I might miss your comment when I'm doing the readings. Right, show me, please, for Diane. Oh, hold on a minute. Let me. Okay. Overall energy, please, for Diane. Show me overall energy, please, for Diane. Four of Wands. Well, that falls right in line with what you were discussing with me here in your booking. Show me the challenge here that she currently faces, the Five of Cups. So there's some sort of sadness, grief, or loss that I feel like you're still experiencing, or you're still having to process, trying to work through it. Show me where her focus needs to be, please. Okay, we have the Chariot. Moving forward, it's not easy to move forward though in this state. I can tell you that. Okay. Your energetic state, not geographical state, obviously. Show me your future energy, the Fool. You're kind of being forced into a new beginning, babe. I would watch. I was going to say that earlier. I would watch the collective. If you didn't watch the collective reading that I just did, I'm going to post that. So I'll clip it out and post it separately. But if you go to the begin, 2608 is when I started it. Minute 2608. You may want to maybe check that out. That might resonate with you on some level. I think you're kind of being forced into a new beginning here. So as far as your feeling of permanency, I would agree with you, but let's clarify some things here. Allison, I really appreciate you being here. Lena. Allison, do you have the ability to make people moderators? All right, we have the Knight of Wands. This may have happened more quickly, Diane, than you wanted it to. You don't think so? Okay. The Hierophant. Yeah, this is about your situation with marriage. I think you're trying to hold on to hope. I think you see where there's potential, but I think that there's a situation where I think it is permanent. I think you're being forced into a new beginning. And I think this is about you having to process that. I think that's what this Five of Cups is about. It's a sorrow. I get that. I can feel that's very painful. I would maybe, yeah, I feel that big time. Okay, your solar plexus and your heart chakra right now are being impacted. Okay, I'm going to recommend to you, if your non-dominant hand is your left hand, I would recommend to you getting some rhodochrosite. Okay, if you need the spelling of that, you can email me, rhodochrosite, C-H-R-O-N. No, C-H-R, crow, C-H-R-O. Give me 1 second. They're trying to give me another one. They're showing it to me, but I'm trying to figure out what it is. I believe that's Black Moonstone. I believe it's Black Moonstone. What I'm picking up there. Okay, I'm hearing take a seat in your transformation. How they're giving that to me is kind of funky, but there's it's almost like buckle in that you're going through a transformative energy and you're like in the pains of it right now. Okay. Oof. All right. Yeah, there's Five of Swords. Look at all these fives. Goodness, my love. I'm telling you, this is you have guidance. You may not feel that way. You may feel actually very alone. You may feel very conflicted. You may feel conflicted internally. You may feel conflicted internally. I'm laughing at my speech. You may feel conflicted internally. I think that this is putting you, it's draining your energy. But you need to know that you're not alone. I am getting the guidance there. I'm getting that you have, yeah, look at this 10 of Wands. You have assistance right now. Lean into that assistance because I feel like that can be very comforting for you at this time. That requires some sitting with our thoughts without distractions so we can hear our guides come through. And they're soft and subtle. They're not loud and shrill, okay? They're not drill sergeant. They're soft and subtle. It's the loving voice that you hear, okay? That I want you to pay more attention to. Yeah, Allison, they can book for May 1st. I opened up May 1st if they're asking. I got to keep it short today because there's plants I've got to get in the ground. And we had nine babies make it so far. I'm praying over, I think there's one hatched last night. I think there's 3 that I'm praying over, giving them till tomorrow. All right, so Ace of Wands here. I've got to do some hard things this weekend. You have a future. It's not with this person. It's not where you've been. There is a future. There is a new energy that's trying to come through. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. you're going on a ride and you're just kind of at the beginning of it, Diane. Let me see about this fool. Show me the fool. Yeah, babes, listen, you're being kind of shoved down into a new beginning, and it's like maybe things needed to happen sooner than they did. And I think you wish things were different. And I think that this is the universe trying to ask you to let go because there's something more for you. There's something else, a new thing for you. And it's like your guide's trying to keep you on track as far as timing. There's divine orchestration here. My right ear is really hot and red and burning. I can feel it. It does that sometimes when I'm channeling. You have the Eight of Wands here. Or my nose will itch or I'll sneeze. You have a lot of guidance here to move forward. Okay, as hard as that is right now. Yeah, and I feel like this is not something that you need to hang on to. I know that there's a lot of emotional energy that's going on there that you're exchanging with this situation right now. And though it be difficult, it's like beautiful in the end. I imagine that when you get to where the universe is trying to take you, that you'll say you wouldn't change a thing. It's one of those things, like hindsight's 2020 kind of deal. Okay. Diane, I hope that was helpful. I know that you're going through, I can see that, I can feel that. I would do some maybe trying to maybe have some frequency music on for your whole chakra system, or I would really focus on the solar and the heart. That rhodochrosite will help you to release these emotional energies that I'm feeling in your heart chakra. Okay. All right, my love. Lots of love to you. Okay. I'll be thinking about you. So keep me updated. I'm going to be curious on how you are. Okay. Joselyn, you're next. Thank you, Diane. All right, Joselyn, I'm time stamping, and then I'm, of course, going to read you privately. Let's see. Nosy about what? Nosy about what? I need to know what that is. Well, you're obviously in a good mood. Anything. Oh, okay. Okay. Anything. Show me for Joselyn. Show me for Joselyn. Ouch. I hit my bum finger here. It sits, the cards, when I shuffle, it sits right where that damn cut is. Show me for Joselyn. Show me for Joselyn. Did that conversation ever come out with the kiddos that came up? Show me for Joselyn. It's not your fault. I should have been using a longer bread knife, short serrated knife. Durr. All right, 8 of Swords. Okay, show me the challenge. Not yet, but it will. Oh, okay. Wheel of Fortune. Where the focus needs to be placed. Thank you. 9 of Pentacles. Near future energy. Uh-oh. Let's go to this 8 of Swords here. What's this 8 of Swords? I'll tell you, this feels like it's going to be about you. I'm going to have to get back to you. Keep music on for the dogs. See the commercials. Come on. 6 of Wands. Let me turn that off. High Priestess. Interesting. Can I ask you a question, Joselyn? Do you think that something good for you is coming, but you're not sure if you want to take it or you want to do it, or I feel something like that. Hey, Sherri, you feel like there's a change. King of Cups. This feels like how you feel about something. Can you show me what the King of Cups? The Ace of Wands. You're in your head about something. This feels like there's that situation I was picking up earlier about a good thing happening, but feeling hesitant. Can you tell me what the Six of Wands is about? Queen of Swords. What is the Ace of Wands? Ten of Swords. This means that you'll have to let go of something that you've been connected to or that you've held on to, whatever this is. That's why I feel like you're in your head about it. Just as a random example, this probably isn't the case, but just to give you the kind of energy I'm feeling, like you're taking a new job and it moves you out of state, and so you're leaving like a place that you've lived for 20 years. It feels kind of like that. It feels like it's a good thing. It feels like you struggle with the shift. You struggle with whatever you're leaving behind or have to let go. Let's look at the Wheel of Fortune here. I mean, the challenge is change. Show me the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Page of Cups. The Fool. I'm hearing, I'm sorry, but I have to. Wow, Timmy's getting old on me. She's grunting and stuff. The Queen of Wands. Yeah, you're going for something. I'm getting like, I'm sorry, but I have to. What is that about? Why sorry? Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't know what you're walking away from. Show me the Fool. This is one of those my soul is calling and I must go kind of thing. This feels like this is coming. When is this arriving here? Can you give me a little more detail on that? Show me this Queen of Swords. Show me this Queen of Swords. When is this arriving? Yes, please. This may be a while, okay? It doesn't feel like 4 years. It feels more like maybe 4 months, 4 months time. That's definitely not weeks, although swords are quick here, unless this is something that's coming through quickly that you kind of expected to happen. I don't think that's the case, though. Yeah, you've felt it, but you haven't really known. Okay. So the Four of Pentacles, I think this is probably within 4 months' time is intuitively how I'm reading that. This could change something with home or family as well, with the Ten of Cups there. Yeah, I'm getting that you're leaving something behind or having to like relinquish something in order to have maybe a new experience or to go down a new path. You feel very, I'm seeing that you feel very passionate about it. Like you're very serious but passionate about it. Show me this Nine of Pentacles. I think this is something that's coming in, Joss. Two of Pentacles. Three of Swords. Yeah, they're showing me like an umbilical cord, you being connected to whatever this is, and this feels like severing that umbilical cord. Okay. And that not feeling the greatest. Show me Three of Swords. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like, see, I have this new opportunity. I have this thing that I must tend to. Show me the Two of Pentacles. There it is again, Ace of Pentacles. There's potential with something or an opportunity for something here. I think you're worried about how everybody else or how someone else is going to take it than you are about like this. I mean, I see you're going to do it. I see you're going to do it. You feel strongly about that. But like maybe initiating it or telling someone that you're doing it might be a different story. Or, yeah, or like, I don't know, maybe you got to put in a 2 weeks notice or something. That could be very difficult for you. Show me the Three of Cups. Bernice. I'm going to give out some wrenches. This is a very good thing, I feel. There's the Star, there's the Ten of Wands, there's the Moon. 1 second. King of Wands and Justice. Ooh. Are you this might involve the legal system, okay? It's bringing the right things, the right people, the right experience, the right environment into, I'm hearing order, but there might be something that you're doing as well. There might be something might be a little labor intensive, cumbersome, but it's not. It seems like it's out of concern, out of some kind of concern. Show me about that. An Ace of Swords. Maybe a truth that comes out. It's about a truth that comes out, or some truth that you know, like some kind of concern. What does this have to do with? I'm just. Oh, okay. Show me. Yep, Five of Pentacles. That might be what that is. Five of Pentacles. This is like hardship. This could be to get something to a better place, or until something is in a better place. I feel like it's more permanent, though. I think your life's about to change here, Joselyn, in a very significant way. Your life is not going to be what it has been. It's like a lifestyle shift is how this is coming through. I can't do this. Okay. Give me the best sense of timing around this, please. There's that conversation about the work. Oh, geez, Jess. You're trying to make some sort of agreement here. Queen of Pentacles reversed. You're definitely going to give somebody something to think about, I feel. I see the conversation. I see the agreement trying to be made. I see that may be difficult for that person to like. yeah, they're not going to be open to it. Do you need to know that? Somebody's not going to be open to your suggestion, or you're not going to be open initially to their suggestion, to someone's suggestion, or somebody's not open to maybe something that you're doing or trying to do. Show me about the Two of Cups. I think yeah, Six of Cups. It may be about your children. There's a better decision, a better choice here. There's a better option here, and I think that's probably what the shift is for you. I don't know. Is your son going to be coming to live with you or something? That's kind of what this feels like it could be, or somebody coming to live with you, or a move. I don't necessarily see a move, but I do feel that that could be a consideration. Some kind of move involved. Okay. That's what I see. I'd say this is happening in 4 months' time, maybe over the summer. Didn't I pick up something about the summer and your son a while ago? I feel like I did. I'm having deja vu. Oh, okay. Oh, you hope so. Okay, good deal. Let me figure something out here for a moment. I have Sherri next. I think Sherri was here, but Sherri, give me a second. Let me see. I gotta watch it. That's what I want. Okay, I'm gonna go start this thing again. Live chat. Why do you keep doing that? I can't see anybody's like live chat. Oh, because I'm not the freaking wrong right thing. Hold on, guys. That's why. I have to troubleshoot. You're welcome, Joselyn. I hope it's helpful. You're having to sort out the chicken for supper. Is it a live chicken currently? Okay, now can I please do this for you? It's what in the hell? I'm the freaking one that owns this. I don't know what's going on. Hold on, guys. Okay. Can I do it now? Two workers. Thank you very much. Okay. Allison, hold on 1 second. Allison, I gave you a magic wand. Hang on, guys. I'm coming. I'm coming, Sherri. Hang on. Joselyn, have you left yet? Okay, Sherri, let me timestamp you. Let's see what's going on this week. All right, hold on. I'm going to read your booking privately here. Okay. Aw, thank you, Sherri. Okay, good deal. All right. Thank you. That was so sweet. I appreciate that. You have to keep me posted on things, though. Okay. All right. Show me for Sherri, please. Show me for Sherri. All right, the 3 of Wands. Oh, is travel on the books again? Let's see. Challenge, please, the Fool. Okay. Interesting, given what I know about your situation. I want to clarify that first. So show me near future energy, please. This is a slow build. Something is a slow build here. This could be about the earth sign, the Virgo. Can you show me this 3 of Wands? Show me this 3 of Wands. I feel like you're chomping at the bit to travel. Like chomping at the bit. That's what it feels. Where am I going next? What am I going to do next? Planning the next thing here. 9 of Wands. There's something that comes with that, though. And the Sun. You may, in Leo season, travel. Or you might need to. This is a big thing for you. I got to look at your chart again. There's something going on with that 9th house or Sag. The time's a wasting. I feel you. Okay. You might feel like this Virgo situation kind of puts a damper on things for you. Can I say this though, Sherri? You might be being protected a little bit and not realize it. I don't think you would look at it like protection at all. But let me clarify the rest of this here. Show me this Fool. Not spontaneous, yeah, and you are. That King of Wands. Judgment. I feel like you don't really feel free is how this is coming through. 10 of Wands. I'm hearing that you see something too clearly. The 8 of Pentacles. This might be you kind of questioning, like, why am I wasting my time? It's like giving effort to something that you see too clearly is how this feels. So you're seeing something about the situation that you feel like maybe isn't aligned. Show me what Judgment has to say. Have you ever mentioned to this person going somewhere? I'm curious what kind of response you would get. Yeah. Okay, what is his response to that? Is it like maybe down the line, maybe maybe in Leo season. I'm sure he doesn't say Leo season. I'd have to do this and that, and this would have to be taken care of, that kind of thing. That's so Virgo. That's so Virgo. Yeah. It's also very Capricorn as well. Show me this Wheel of Fortune, Page of Cups. Page of Pentacles. This feels like trying to get this person to commit to something. I think you may actually be helping this person like shift a little bit. I feel like once he has a little spontaneity, you might have to design this. I'm hearing specifically design. Aren't you in design? Are you in design? I'm hearing design this. Like planning something that's not really spontaneous, but appears spontaneous. You would be planning, I'm getting. You'd have to plan this, but it helps this person. Show me this Knight of Pentacles. There's the Hermit. Yeah, man, it's like damn pulling teeth here, I'm seeing. 8 of Cups. I think you're going to have your answer on what to do if you try to pull a spontaneously planned kind of thing. It's the response from this person that I think you're going to have to do a hard thing here. I feel like what you're struggling with now with this is going to be 10 times worse down the line if you continue with it. Unless this person like can get out of that routine energy. Gosh, I bet you this person's got an interesting chart. Yeah, this is about them changing, needing to change. You're the little earth angel, the little earth fairy that's come into the spontaneous fairy that's come in to help Eeyore go somewhere else. You're actually here to kind of help this person. I can see how there's a contract here between the two of you. But I feel more like it has the potential to help this person and for this to change, but I feel like it's almost like this person's going to be hard to change. And I feel like it has its purpose in coming together. But I feel like it's going to be hard for you to like decide to walk away from this down the line because everything else is kosher. But I'm hearing big misalignment. There's some sort of big gap between like who you are and who this person is. It doesn't mean it can't work. But whether this person is willing to like, okay, you can sit on the couch for a month and, or hermit for a month or whatever, cook meals and all this, whatever you guys do. But this person also has to be able to contribute to your aspect if it's going to work. And your aspect is more of this spontaneity or this travel, or I want to explore and discover things and experience life and whatever. And this person's comfortable in their routine. That's like opposite ends of the spectrum, right? Maybe there's a compromise down the road where I don't think you'd like that. I don't think you'd like a compromise where you have to go travel alone. I think you'd want this person to come with you. But I also think that if this person comes with you, you may see that like there's no joy in the trip when they're with you. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have to make some sort of choice down the line. But I think this is like, I'm going to spontaneously or plan a spontaneous trip and see if this person goes. See what their response. I think you're going to get your answer that way. You see what I'm saying? It can go either way, though. It depends on like how much you how much you're both actually willing to compromise. And if this person won't compromise and they say they will and they're not, then you know what you need to do. He's a side quest. Oh, hell. Oh, hell. Okay. All right, Sherri, I hope that was helpful. Thank you, darling. I would plan a spontaneous trip. There you go. It's like, because they're showing me like this person kind of coming unraveled with each step of the journey, each leg of the journey, but you have it all planned out, but this person doesn't know you have it planned out. And then like you tell them everything's been planned. It's like there's something about an epiphany there for this person. And that's what I think primarily that's what this is about. This connection is about. It doesn't mean it can't work, but everybody has to compromise. All right. Sherri, this person is a Virgo. I'd see what kind of composite synastry situations going on there, because sometimes people can impact our health. I'm not saying this person is, but sixth house is just interesting to me. I just had a little nudge on that. So, okay. Let's see. Thomasina. Thomasina in the house. If you're here, my love, let me know. And I'm going to timestamp you. 136:11. And I'm going to read your booking privately. You're welcome, Sherri. Thank you, babes. Appreciate it. That's sweet to me. All right, Thomasina. Okie dokie. Let's see what this is. Show me for Thomasina, please. What is the action that needs to be taken here? It's about a choice, and it's about a choice possibly in love for you, relationship for you. I'm hearing something is out of whack. That card like just like kind of fell out of the deck. Okay, let me see. Show me what this. Hi, Thomasina. You're here. Is it a relationship thing? Just curious with the way that kind of fell out of the deck. Three of Swords. Well, it certainly has some emotional ties to it here. The Moon. The World. Three of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. You need, there could be something you needing to have assistance here. Other people, support is how it feels. Four of Swords, Nine of Cups. It does get better. It meaning like once you make the decision, it does get better. Whatever this is. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, yep, there's the Six of Pentacles. That's the support I'm picking up on. Why is the Lovers reversed? This is about a relationship or some connection that you have. It could also be about needing to choose what's right within your heart versus what everybody else might say is right. Okay, if it's not a relationship, there's not a decision being made. There's fears around decision being made. You do have a choice here, apparently. Otherwise, that lovers wouldn't come out. It's just that either a choice isn't being seen or it's not one that we don't want to make. Show me this Three of Swords. There's certainly some sort of emotional connection to this with all the, look at that. Maybe you have children with this. If you're, it could be somebody you're married to or somebody you're with, you have a child with, or children with. It could also be that like you don't want to break other people's hearts or hurt other people. Show me this moon. King of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. That's interesting. Whatever this is, you don't need it. Even if it tries to make you believe that you need it or you think that you need it because of a type of manipulation. It feels something is kind of controlling you a bit. Possibly financially, or something controls you financially. I also see a lot of illusion around that. Somebody's creating some kind of illusion. So then if it's work, it could be the history here. Show me this. I'm sorry, Thomasina, give me 1 second. Show me this world. Seven of Swords and the Knight of Swords. You know, I would just hang in. Why are you telling me about that? This could be like maybe you feel like you're working for a liar or you're dealing with a liar or a manipulator here. Show me Seven of Swords, Knight of Swords. Yeah, man, there's definitely some energy there. There's some tension there. It could be through communications, some information and communications type of energy there. Show me the Three of Pentacles. There's the Tower. I see you leaving this. It's like you're waiting to like pull the plug. I see yeah, there's something, it gets to a point where you can't take it anymore. And then I feel, look at this. I mean, I feel like you're going to be fine. Show me this Nine of Cups. This is going to be the best decision you ever made. I think you're just scared to do it. I think there's reasons you're probably scared to do it, but it's the best decision you ever made. And I'm also getting like, you need, yeah, look at this, Two of Cups. Three of Wands, Queen of Wands. There's some other partnership, okay? It doesn't have to be romantic. I just feel like maybe there's something romantic going on here. That, I don't know. I feel like you could be so focused on the work thing that maybe you don't pick it up. But if you're saying this is work for you, which is fine, it certainly can be. Um, if it's your work, then I feel like it's something that you have loved. You have a lot of time, energy, emotional energy, maybe even invested in it. And that Six of Cups can be history with it. I think that this is something that you end up letting go of. I feel like you just can't take anymore at some point, and you end up moving on. There might be a final straw moment, okay, something kind of a crescendo, a climax to this, where there's like a um, you can either leave on your own accord, or they're going to find some sort of reason to let you go. That's where this is headed. It's like being forced. This is the universe throwing you into the deep end. Show me the Knight of Pentacles here. Something is better suited for you. It's like you know, after you make the decision and you've had like you're over the initial like emotional response from it, you start getting comfortable with the decision that you made, and I think you feel okay with it. Show me this Knight of Pentacles. You quit 3 times this year. Then why are you still there then? 8 of Pentacles. The Hermit. Don't tell me you go back again. I don't. You might go back under different leadership. You might wait for different leadership. There could also be something that, like, can you show me about the Knight of Swords? Thank you. Okay. If you're offered some other like lower position, I'd be very careful. I feel like that this is trying to push you out. I feel like that's been going on a lot. I feel like we picked that up last time. I see you're okay with the decision to move on after you've gotten like you've moved through like your nervous system kind of resets itself after you have already moved through the ending, so to speak, of it. And I think you feel good about that decision. I think you feel good about other opportunities too. I think that you take your health, your well-being into consideration with the next thing that you step into, whatever you step into. There may be a consideration though that comes up about like under different leadership, you may revisit this. Okay. Business is for sale. Boss is family. Oh, geez. The action that I think you need to take is to like you're basically, as I like to say, swinging over hell on a rotten cornstalk. Like the thing's about to go. It's about the tower is like a. This may happen fairly soon too. The tower is like an explosive moment. It's like I've had enough. You may also get people trying to kind of pull you back in a little bit, but I would say that that's not the route you want to go. Okay. I hope that helps. You hope so what, babe? That 9 of Pentacles that's showing up there tells me that you're not meant to be you're meant to be going out on your own, if that makes sense. Okay. All right, my love. I hope that was helpful. Thank you, Thomasina. I appreciate you. Hang in there. All right. Let me change my banner. All right, I have Sam next. Okay, Sam, let me timestamp you, darling. I am going to read your book in privately. Okay. Okay, let's see what comes out for you then. Let's go with this here. All right, show me for is Sam here? Body as home. This is there's 3 channels. This is streaming on all 3 channels. The main channel is collapse codes. You if you're in a chat room and you don't see people there like what you're seeing on the screen, it's because they're on one of the other channels. Hey Sam. Okay. All right, let's see here. Show me for Sam, please. Okay, 8 of Cups. Knight of Cups is the challenge. The Sun. That 8 of Cups feels like it's probably past energy for you, something that, we'll clarify it, but something that maybe you let go of in the past. It feels like a past energy. Show me in your future. We have Judgment. Looks like you're going to have a big decision ahead of you here. Show me 8 of Cups. 8 of Wands. I feel like you moved on from something. So look at this. All this moving forward from something here. 6 of Swords. If you feel like you've been in like you've had the same kind of energy around you for a while, this could be like a new experience that you're moving toward. Well, we appreciate you, bodies at home. I appreciate you being here. If you missed the collective reading, I did the collective reading for everyone at the beginning at minute 26:08. If you missed it, let's look at this 9 of Cups here. Show me this 9 of Cups. I think you're about to have a new experience. I think you have to choose it, though. I think you have to make a decision about it. You want to tell me about this Ace of Wands first? Oh boy. Well, this is either a connection deepening and going to the next level, or this is a connection coming in for you, which may be why you're feeling excited about it. All right, let's see the 9 of Cups. Okay, 3 of Wands. There it is. Ace of Cups, 9 of Wands, 2 of Wands. Yep. Either something that you're currently in is deepening to like the next level, like a serious level. You may also see where like your hangups still kind of show up a little bit, but I feel like you work through that. You choose to work through that if that does come up. If this could be somebody completely new though. This feels like it feels like a not just random like dating if you're single, okay? It feels more like you meet a person or you start interacting with a person and you move forward with that. Okay. Let's look at this Sun. Show me the Sun. Where to focus your energy here. Where should Sam be focusing her energy? Hi, spirit, will, heart, body. You said you booked yours for noon. So they just kind of hold a slot. Let me see who you are. That's who I thought you were. JJ, your name will go up on the screen, okay? Four of Pentacles. Oh yeah. It's gonna feel good to be seen, but I think you're gonna feel like there's gonna be a lot of attention on you, I'm getting, and you need to open up to this. This is like exposure, being seen. I wonder if you struggle with that. Yeah, there's the moon, sun and the moon. I wonder if you struggle with that. I feel like you might feel a little reserved and you're going to be asked to work through those reservations. You're welcome. Show me judgment. Okay, we have the Nine of Cups. Wow. This is something that you want is coming through, and I feel like it's in the form of a connection. It could be a best friend, but it feels more romantic than that, okay? Feels like something that is going to move toward a long-term situation. Page of Pentacles. I just heard, there's lovers. Girl, get out of here. You're going to be kind of guarded and cautious with this, I'm seeing. Okay. Now, if this is somebody you're with and they're like, let's do this thing, let's take it to the next level. I think, I feel your hesitancy, if that's the case. There's hesitancy with moving something forward, no matter what your situation is. Okay. I feel like this is a very good thing for you. I feel like this is a wish fulfillment for you. I also feel like this is, there's something that can be grown mutually, I'm hearing. If this is whatever this is that's coming through is in alignment. Can you give me a sense of timing here? Can you give me a sense of timing? Leo season could be significant. Wheel of Fortune, divine timing. I'm gonna get one more. Hi, Carrie. No, don't do that. Okay, you need to trust in divine timing. That's what they're telling you. If you're hung up on timing of something and how quickly something comes through or how quickly something happens, I know that feels generic, but that's how Spirit's giving it to me. Then you could sabotage this with negative thinking or like giving up or that kind of thing. There's something here about divine timing. Now, this could be when I am seeing Leo. This could be during the time frame that Jupiter is in Leo, which will enter Leo June 30th. Let me double check that date, but I'm pretty darn sure that's when it was because I've been looking at the astrology for the summer. Yep, it's the 30th. Okay. So it could be during that time frame. But I do see some significance around Leo energy. I wonder too if this might be a wound that's kind of being addressed for you. So I wonder if your Chiron's in the 5th house, you have a Chiron in Leo. There could be something in regard to that. This feels like a relationship to me. Okay. I don't know what your current status is, but this is even if you're with somebody, this could be like the right person showing up, and then a whole other situation going on. I just don't know what your romantic situation is. Okay. Divine timing and let it be divine timing. It definitely doesn't feel past like the end of the year. It feels sooner than that. Chiron and Gemini. Okay. Do you know what house it's in? Whatever this is aligned for you. Okay. And I think you're going to have some challenges within yourself about it, which I think is normal, but it is a new experience for you. Looks good to me. 8th house. Okay. All right, Mama. There could be some sort of fear of like being seen or being doted on or recognized. Do you have a Leo in your chart anywhere? What are bottle kittens? You mean kittens that are on the bottle, or is that a whole other thing? Breed or something? Forgive my ignorance. I know about Himalayans. Leo moon. Ah, okay. Okay. I have to look to see what's interacting with that. It would feel like maybe something in regard to this person's chart kind of influencing it that I'm picking up. All right, let's see here. Thank you, Sam. I hope that helps. Keep your eye out. Let me know how things play out, okay? All right, Emma. I have Emma. Speaking of pets, I just heard rambling, Okay, Emma, let's see here what comes through for you. How many times have you said it? Okay, Emma, let's see what comes through for you here. I imagine this is something for your Leo Cancer. Well, I imagine that there could have been something going on astrologically as to why it's been this amount of time, but let's see here. I see you, Emma. Hey there. Okay, let's see here. Show me for Emma, please. Do a different kind of spread here. Okay. Okay, there is sometimes it can be hard for us to notice where we might be kind of critical or judgmental of ourselves or pessimistic. And I feel like this has to do with manifestation, your manifestation of, not that you're not able to manifest, it's that there's maybe a way of thinking about things that is preventing a manifestation that you want to come through. There could be something about, I'm just going to name some things that it could be. Okay, not saying that any of these are like definitive. I'm just saying that like pick which ones apply. I'm curious if you're having any health issues and where that might be if you are. Okay. I'm also curious whether it could be something pertaining to like your well-being, your routines. There's something that I feel like is a little bit out of whack with that. This could be workhorse energy. It could be in your career. You are currently connecting to something that, I don't know, it feels like it's been this way or it's been a part of your life for a while. I mean, again, it could be your work. That's 10th house. There's a bit of that's why I felt like this is astrological for you. I feel like there's something going on maybe with Saturn for you. Show me more. Death. That's a lot of major arcana. Okay. That's why something has been so long. There will be some sort of change, but it feels like a more of a psychological shift for you, a way that you think about something, or you might become more aware of your thoughts or your inner dialogue. You said you work weekends and you're in grad school currently. Okay. This can have to do with achievement, okay? Goals, aspirations, your professional reputation. This could be things that you need to do to put on a resume for it to look good, okay? That's what the devil is. It's 10th house, all those things. There might be something about yourself that you're kind of forgetting in the process. This feels astrological. It feels like something else has taken over, like part of your life, okay, that you've been engaged with, involved in, and this phase is going to close out at some point. It's like a phase. And I'm only 1 year shy of you, so I get it. I can totally relate to that as far as the 2017 thing. But let me look at, I want to look more at this. This is the most important thing here because this is currently what we're dealing with. I see where you walked away from something that maybe once felt good and then didn't feel good at all. And I feel like it changed the way that maybe you saw things, or it changed something for you emotionally at an emotional depth. which may have shifted you to focus on something different. Okay, something different for yourself. It could be what you're trying to manifest with the magician. You've been trying to create something or bring something into fruition for you. So let me just look a little bit at this. I see there being a change. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a lot of like action. Okay. What needs to be considered here? What is it that you need her to consider? Okay, Nine of Cups. Two of Cups. This is about how something has impacted the coming together or your ability to put yourself out there. You know, for some people, like, I'm too busy, I don't have time to date, or I'm, want to meet somebody naturally, that kind of thing. I feel like you've invested a lot of your time and energy into a certain area of your life, and I feel like that's taken up a good portion of your life. It's something that I feel like you're focused on, and so it's like it has become more important to you, or I don't know how. I feel like you've turned off a switch somewhere. Show me this devil. You've turned off. There's the Ten of Swords reversed. It almost feels like this. It feels like filling the space, filling some kind of emptiness with something. Does that make sense to you? Filling a void. Not that you have a void, but like filling an empty space or extra time that we have with something. This is about you choosing carefully what you choose, like what you decide to put your time into. I also feel like there maybe was something that you walked away from before, like I mentioned, where there was like an emotional, it touched you deeply emotionally, okay? And that's where I see some sort of shift around where you put your focus. Um, there could be like a subliminal thing there where you're actually avoiding it. You're actually avoiding connection. I feel like that's going to be a deeper issue that you might want to sit with. Okay, you may not even realize that. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like, again, this like there's this space of time. Like, okay, I have this amount of time in my life, or I have this thing that I want to accomplish. I'm going to fill my time with this thing. And with the King of Wands there, it feels like something that you're doing. Okay. I wonder too if there's, I could be wrong here. Okay, so I'm not 100% on this, but I do feel a little like I wonder if there's something that's an expectation that you're fulfilling, someone else's expectation that you might be fulfilling, or what you, even just in general, what you feel like society expects of you. There's something there. But I feel more importantly here that this is something astrological that's been going on. Like this has been a void for you because of an astrological transit. So without looking at like your birth, I just sense that, but without looking at your birth chart, I think it might have something to do with Saturn. Show me death. You have something in the future, you do. Five of Pentacles. And the Ace of Swords. This feels like somebody that you wouldn't necessarily choose. It feels like somebody that like you don't see a lot. It feels more like a friendship type thing, or it becomes a friendship, or it's an acquaintance that becomes more, because you don't really see yourself with this person, or you're not even thinking that way about this person. Like this isn't somebody that you would be like, yeah, I'm all in on this. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like there's something that you feel like a quality or something is missing, or maybe this person's not wealthy. I'm not saying you need wealth. I'm just saying like there's something here that you feel like is missing, but over time, this is generated into the change in your life. This is the right individual. There's look at that 10 of Cups. It's where you're going to be the happiest. Yeah. I think this is astrological. I think there's probably going to be a transit that completes for you, or some. Um, I feel like it relates to another aspect that comes in, and that's where this opens up. There is maybe by Scorpio season. It could be by Scorpio season. It on the sooner end of things. I'm just feeling if I pick up anything else here. See, yeah, the Fool. Strength. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about this person that I'm picking up that like it's not a right away thing. It's you don't realize this is your person right away. It's something that grows, happens over time. Okay, I feel something astrological. I feel like we need to leave the void. You need to make room for it. In feng shui, they talk about the chi, the energy that moves through the home, right? And you position things in certain places and in certain ways, and make there's all kinds of rules to it. Where it allows the chi to flow better, and there's different like areas of your life, like your home, your reputation, your health, your relationships. Um, and in feng shui, they say when you're calling in a relationship, you should always have you make room for it. You empty some drawers, right? That's part of the manifestation. You make room for it in your life. And then you always have like 2 nightstands and 2 lamps, and you use both those lamps. And that brings the chi in that direction to bring that positive flow of energy. This feels like you kind of decluttering your life in some areas that either you're upholding some kind of expectation, or you're doing it because you're filling a space. You feel like you need to fill a space and be productive. Again, that's what that Saturn energy is there at Capricorn. Okay. And then deciding that you're going to change that habit or change that pattern, and that opens up room and space for the new things to come in. And I wouldn't be surprised that you see just the right fit, but it may not look how you think it's supposed to look or how you want it to look, but ultimately it brings in the energy. That 10 of Cups is the energy that you want. So whatever that is, it brings in the energy that you want to feel, that you want to experience. So I hope that helps there. Did you say Saturn's in your 5th house? Is that what you're saying? In your 5th house? Bless you. That's exactly what this is. All right. Thank you, Emma. I hope that was helpful. Good deal. Okay. All right. Good deal. All right. Heather. What time is it? Today is the day where I live to put my maters in the ground and my cucumbers and my watermelon and all of that corn and okra and all that stuff. So I've got a busy afternoon. You should all be growing your groceries. All right. Hey, Heather, I see you. Okay. I'm going to read your thing, of course, privately here, okay? One sec. Okay, well, let's just pull general and see basically like what you need to hear. So it feels like what you want. Whatever you need to know here, okay? But we'll look at these positions. Cancer, Sun, Aqua rising, Gemini moon. I'm chuckling at the Gemini thing. Me and Geminis, man. There's some like I'm great as friends with Geminis, but trying to be in like any kind of like family or romantic relationship with a Gemini just is not gonna work for me. Ever. I've just noticed it. Anyway, yesterday I found out somebody's birthday and I was like, oh, that's why. That's why. That's all we gotta see. Okay, so let's see what comes through here for Heather, please. It was funny. I had a moment. Show me for Heather. Temperance. Okay, 9 of Pentacles. You are being asked to be patient. I know you probably want to, but that's what you are being asked to be patient. Interesting. I don't know if there's anything that you feel like is a win in your life right now, but I feel like you need to be kind of like engulfed in that, enjoying that. Something that maybe you feel like is a success. I mean, that could be anything. You know, you lost 5 pounds or whatever. It's like taking part in the successes of life, fully engaged in that. The little things, I'm getting the little things. Okay. The Chariot. There could be some travel here that's coming up for you. Possibly Cancer season. Doesn't have to be. It could be also a move. We'll see what that is. Show me Temperance, please. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, I see you wondering when something's going to arrive. And again, I see that like there's divine orchestration there. I see that there's a patience that's needed. I think there on some level, I feel like you might think you want something that you don't, like the universe knows you don't really want. That's interesting. Can you tell me a little more about that? Or this is just a patience thing. I feel like Knight of Wands. Okay, let me see. Bear with me. Because I see you wondering when something's going to arrive. It could be like commitment. Show me 9 of Pentacles, please. Justice. Nothing's missing. You're not missing anything. I don't know if you feel like something in your life is incomplete, but I'm getting that everything, I feel like you can't see that everything is exact, like right as rain. Everything is the way it's supposed to be right now. 10 of Cups. Okay, let me just toss this out there. If you feel like this would be true to where you might be seeking fulfillment or happiness outside of yourself, like I need something in order to feel this or have this experience, I want to say that I feel like that experience is there now, but I feel like maybe you can't always see it or you don't always look at it that way. That's a pretty loud shake there, Teak. A serious shake. Okay, show me this card right here. 9 of Cups is what you want. You really want something. Okay, again. I almost feel like the universe is waiting for you to see something to where it like you have a different opinion about something that you think you want is how this is coming through. But that takes like moving through life and then our experiences and then the level of awareness that comes to us about those things. It's really interesting. You definitely feel like you're sitting in the void at the moment. Okay. So what are those good things? And it's like the small things. It's like taking joy in the small things. And I'm getting that like I don't feel like you can see that like everything is exactly how it is meant to be right now. And it's good. There are good things. I don't know, like if you're experiencing any sort of turmoil anywhere with any or chaos with anything. I don't feel that here. Like I would say that in your life, nothing is necessarily wrong at the moment or off or Six of Wands. Show me the Six of Wands. The World. The Eight of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. May I ask, please? Oh, yes. Where your North Node and your Chiron are? Do you know where they are? I don't think you told me that part. This could be a little bit of setting up home in your heart, home within yourself, feeling home within yourself. It doesn't well, I can ask you this. There's something here about maybe recognition. This could be online, it could be connected to your work. It could also be if you've had any sort of idea that would mean that you'd have to put yourself out there a little bit and you haven't maybe put a lot of energy into it or done anything with that idea. I actually feel like that's part of your purpose. So it's something that you are meant to be doing. And it could be something maybe you get recognized online or internationally or something like this. It's about like there's something that you should be or will be. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Holy frijoles, man. Yeah, this is what you're going to be known for or what it could involve a group, or like a community. Let me just put it to you this way. If you had some sort of idea or if some idea comes to you and you hesitate a little because of how much you put out about yourself or you put yourself out there, then I actually feel like that's something that you're meant to be doing here. The star makes me feel like this could be connected to your North Node. Or it's in preparation for that. Let's look at the Chariot here. Okay, that's what this is. I feel like right now it's about you overcoming the fear of putting yourself out there because there's something else for you to, I don't want to say accomplish because it doesn't feel like you finished that quite alone, or on your own or whatever. It just feels like something that you're meant to kind of begin. I'm seeing the Chariot with the Queen of Pentacles, the Three of Cups. Okay. Show me a little bit more about that. Five of Wands, King of Pentacles. Interesting. So the void is filled by a community or a group of people that you'd be connected to in doing this. That void is filled there. And I also feel like there's some kind of brainstorming going on there. So it might be other people that you work with. I don't know. There could be a choice to travel, take a trip, maybe to see somebody or see somebody's. It could also be some sort of move, maybe moving closer to people that you are. This would be if you don't really have a lot of support around you. This would be like moving closer to where you do have support and people and community and all that. But I also feel like some brainstorming, which makes me feel like either this is someone or someone's very close to you, maybe just people that you have a good connection with. Feels like brainstorming is what I'm getting. And I feel like there could be a little bit of fear of like doing this alone or a little bit of a challenge about how, as far as resources, how you would accomplish this. So I feel like whatever this is going to take up some time. And I feel like through this avenue here of you putting yourself out there is when you have this experience of an encounter with a person that's going to be significant to you. Um, we got Two of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you take an opportunity or you create an opportunity, and that's when you have it's after that is when you have a connection that is. I feel like you don't feel alone or you don't feel some kind of void by the time this comes around. Okay. I don't see unless the past person you were married to that person or it is an earth sign. I would say that it's probably not anything to do with the past person. But if but it could be if that is the case. Either you were married to an individual, um, which is the one that the coming back around thing, or that person was an earth sign. I feel like that might be where this energy is that I'm picking up about you thinking that you want something or want something to be a certain way or have a certain experience, but that's not really. And your higher self knows this, but I don't know that you have the awareness of that yet. Okay, I hope that helps. Um, there's something that's fulfilling in your life that I see you if you put your energy into it and you accept that challenge, that will be very fulfilling to you, and you won't feel stuck anymore. Does that make sense? You'll feel very open. You'll feel fulfilled and whole by doing that. And when you feel whole, um, that's when I see an encounter that you're going to have. Okay. All right. Thank you, Heather. I hope that's helpful, babe. All right. I've got Rachel next, and then I've got JJ, and then Sandra, and then Chantal, and maybe Kathy. All right. So, Rachel, I'm going to put your banner up. I'm going to timestamp you. All right. You're welcome, Heather. All right. So, Rachel, I'm going to read your booking privately, okay? Yeah, you are going through it. I see your placements. Okay. So obviously Rachel's not going to be here in the chat. Okay, so um, I'm going to pull a general spread here for you, Rachel. Show me for Rachel, please. Show me for Rachel. Two of Swords. Well, this feels like a hands are tied kind of energy here. The challenge is listening to your intuition, High Priestess, or hearing it, maybe. And your focus needs to be the Ace of Swords. This could be about getting clarity, but it could be clarity that's like one step at a time here. One thing at a time. And the Five of Swords here in the near future. Yeah, this, okay. So you have, with your Aries moon here, I really get that we have a lot of planets in Aries right now. And you also have Uranus entering Gemini here tomorrow. And then we're entering Gemini season. Scorpio rising. Pluto is in the sign of Aquarius, so this feels like a complete kind of destruction of hard lessons, but also a destruction of your current life. But it's so that one can be rebuilt. Now, I feel like you're going to have a hard time kind of seeing things that way right now. But let me see this Two of Swords here. You're kind of, this is, again, I did a collective reading earlier where it was like, the universe throwing you into the deep end, and that's what this is. Your job is to not hold on to anything. Well, there's the Tower. This is exactly what you're experiencing here. Your there's no, your hands are tied here, basically. Like this is not, if this is going to happen. This is like when it's going to happen, and I feel like it's currently happening. Okay. Yeah. So I do see the loss of a job. I do see that. The loss of stability, King of Pentacles. Even Tower energy with father figures, okay? Spouses, partners, all those things. Everything that you're experiencing right now. Show me the Ace of Wands. So this is ultimately the very beginning of a new beginning for you, and it's the most difficult parts. It's going to be even harder if you try to hold on to these things. Anywhere that you don't have control, your job is to relinquish control and let it be what it's going to be. Let the dominoes fall where they may, kind of thing. And I know that's exactly why the Two of Swords is here, which tells me that that's not what you want. Okay? There's like resistance to this. Let me see this High Priestess. Show me the High Priestess, please. Lovers. The Two of Cups. And the Ace of Pentacles. Well, that's interesting. So I wonder if you might feel that there are some things that maybe you have choices that you've made that you wish you could go back and change. Like if I went back, I would have made different choice, right? I feel like there could be some of these instances here that you are aware of in your life. I feel like you have this really nice quality about like seeing the best in everyone or everything, or you have had that. It may be hard to see that right now, but like you see the good in people, it feels like that. Like that's a very actually beautiful quality to have. Sometimes it gets taken advantage of, right? Let me see this Lover's energy. Three of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. Yeah, that's the difficulty with the work environment. Your intuition is talking to you about these things, and it's almost like telling you what you need to do about it, specifically with the work situation. Or maybe there was a choice that has impacted the work situation. It feels like it's about choices. Show me this Ace of Pentacles. Chariot. There are better directions for you to go. There are better things for you. There's something about your choices, what you choose to give your energy to, what you choose, who you choose to work for, who you choose to connect with, all of these things. There's choices here that I'm seeing. But then there are like better, your intuition's trying to work with you. I feel like your intuition, when you made certain choices in the past, your intuition was talking to you then, and you might have not heard it, didn't know what it sounded like, went against it. We like to think we know better, right? um, so the challenge is about choices here, aligned choices for yourself. And I do get like you're not going to be able to hold on to anything. It's going to make it more difficult for you moving through this if you try to strong arm it. Okay. Let me see a little more here. All right, so where your focus, yeah, things are ending, things are changing, and you have no control over it. I'm telling you, the universe is telling you here, like you have no control over this. This is happening. You're float down the river here until you get to a log. Yeah, it's not going to be. I'm getting it's not going to be pleasant. I'm be curious too what might be going on astrologically for you with all this happening here. You're gonna this is focus on you have no control and that you're gonna have to relinquish whatever control you're trying to hang on to. The tower is meant to be very destabilizing. It leaves a lasting impression, that's for sure. And sometimes I don't know how long you followed me, but sometimes, or I've said before, I've said this a lot actually in the past. When we listen to our intuition and we know we're in line with it, right? Okay, we know what it's telling us and we don't listen to it, it feels like a nagging feeling the longer we don't listen to it, right? It starts to feel this pressure starts to build up until we listen. Sometimes, the universe has to bring in that tower because we're not listening or we can't hear it. It's to get our attention. But I can tell you, anytime that you listen to that intuitive nudge and you bring the tower yourself, which I feel like we're kind of past that stage here, but when you bring the tower yourself, the universe has a way of bringing in the support and the resources and like that safety net to where it's not so unbearable. So a change is being forced upon you, and the universe is going to do all of its shuffling around and all of its destruction. And when the ashes settle here, that's the place that the universe is taking you to, and it's not pleasant. That's what death is. It's a complete transformation, especially with that tower energy. So yeah, I think that you have some things that are transpiring here that are out of your control. Now, were they once in your control? Yes, by a series of choices is what I'm getting. Show me the Five of Swords here. Five of Wands. This is definitely challenges, obstacles. I wish I had better news for you to tell you everything's going to get better, but your job is to not throw up the. In other words, there's going to be a little humility that comes with this, and I love that Temperance is here because I don't know. It almost feels like loving chastisement, but it doesn't feel pleasant. I imagine that some of this might be astrological for you with what I'm seeing, and there's the sun. And this is also talking about ego. You don't, it's not going to benefit you if you try to, it's not really about defending yourself. It feels more like trying to protect your feelings, protect your reputation, protect all those things. This is like getting humbled, babe. I'm not saying you're haughty or arrogant or anything like that. I feel like it's like a protective mechanism. You want to protect yourself. Everybody has that. the universe is trying to get you to see something differently. Trying to see something maybe about yourself differently here. Trying to give you a different perspective, to a different lens, which becomes part of your tool belt for the future here. Okay. I see that there is going to be like a leveled kind of playing field here. Again, I don't feel like I wish I could lie to you and tell you like everything's gonna be perfect. But that's not what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that your landscape is being leveled here. And through this process, you come out on the other side with a new perspective, and you're going to rebuild from that. You're going to have a lot of awareness about yourself with this. And this is to get you to a point where you kind of start doing things differently here. This is to get your attention. All of this is to get your attention. But again, I think something astrological probably is going on as well. Pluto is in a sign of Aquarius. I imagine that some things may happen very quickly for you, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's something kind of maybe even this week or in the very near future that kind of transpires that feels a bit like a tower moment. Okay, this is like change very quickly. Okay. Ugh. All right. I wish it was better news, but in the end, I feel like it is happening, as they say, for you, not to you, kind of thing. Ugh, I know. I feel like I'm not giving you any solace here, but in the end, you'll have a story to tell, and you're going to have this. It feels like a tool. You're acquiring a very special tool here that I feel like you use to start building your next phase in life. Okay. This too shall pass for sure, but it's not soon. Okay. I would say that maybe by Leo Virgo season, you could see a more positive shift, an upward swing. Again, I think it's based off something that might be going on in your chart. Just how I feel that. Okay. All right, Rachel. I'm sending you a lot of hope that things get better. But just know it's definitely for a reason. It's trying to get your attention. So ask yourself, like humble yourself and be like, okay, what do I need to see? Turn the mirror on yourself and see what's going on. Okay. Really take some time to yourself and try to feel what's up here. What do I, because the universe again is trying to get your attention. All right, darling. All right. I have JJ next. Is JJ here? I'm going to timestamp you, and then it's Sandra, then Chantal. And then I've got to pretend I have a green thumb and go deal with the garden stuff. Okay. All right, JJ, I'm going to read your booking here to myself. Okay. I'm feeling through to it. Oh no, Allison. Here we go. Gemini entering, or Uranus entering Gemini. All right. Oh, let me put your banner up. Sorry. Okay, let's see what's going on here. I hope everything's okay, Allison. All right, what does JJ need to know here? Okay. I have a green thumb. I've done okay. I've done pretty good the last few. I learn as I go, for sure. Every year it's to be a bigger garden, so I guess that's a sign. So death here. Okay, so this is change, transformation. It's more than that, but without clarifying, we'll just leave it at that. Show me the challenge, please, for JJ. Knight of Swords. King of Wands, and where your focus needs to be. Okay. And the Four of Cups here in the future. Okay, show me death, please. Two of Wands. Okay, you might have been making decisions based off of a pattern that you've been working through, and I feel like that's what's changing for you. You're making different decisions. Okay, the Chariot. There could be something about a move that's coming up for you potentially. Cups. Or maybe a trip. It feels more like a move though. Four of Pentacles. I feel like you feel some kind of way about this movement that's happening, but I feel like you're keeping that to yourself, or you will be. This feels like a choice you have to make, or a choice that's coming up. I don't know. It feels maybe something to do with that move. What is this Two of Wands about? I think you know what it's about. I think you've been thinking about it for a while here. Okay, so if you've been considering, yeah, there's something here, doing something online, making some sort of move, even if that's just like, I'm going to do this thing, or making a physical, geographical move. I feel like location, it could be that like you've thought about whatever this is for a while. That would create a lot of change in your life here. I'm getting, I feel like it's positive change, not easy, but positive. Yes. If you go to collapsecodes.com and you click on work with me, it'll be the first one there on the page, my love. I wonder if you find it hard to talk to people too. Okay. Either you feel like your work needs to do something more for you, like provide you more stability. It could be maybe there's some issue with the work environment here. Time for a change. Yep, Wheel of Fortune and the Emperor. It could be time to take control of something. Time to take control of a matter. I'm hearing a matter. This could be about speaking. I'm sorry for Teak snoring. If you can hear his loud ass, you should see. He looks really funny right now. He's dreaming. This could be about speaking up, but also this could be about like putting. You said you're a writer. This could be about communicating something. This could be changing maybe a style of communication. This could be also stepping into some kind of leadership. It could also just be taking leadership of your life. I'm hearing it's time. I don't know, like this could be like, you know, you're gifted and talented in just as an example, with something, and then like, but you're wasting all that talent away on, you know, working for someone or whatever. What are we bargaining at? What's the bargain for? Nothing. Reactive. Show me more about this emperor. You know, this really feels like you kind of creating like a whole new lineage for yourself, a whole new life for yourself. Um, I think there's something tied to your work and about the stability that it provides you, or maybe you feel like you need it for stability, which, you know, that you're not wrong, but I feel like there's a better route to take, and I feel like that route requires a certain energy from you. And I feel like you see a lot of change when you allow yourself to step into that energy. Feels like leadership energy. Let's look at the King of Wands here. Show me this King of Wands. Yeah. There's this feels a little bit like maybe there's some kind of putting yourself out there somehow. We have the Knight of Pentacles and we have the High Priestess. Interesting. I think you're being guided to take some sort of action. I think you're being guided to initiate something. Okay, cardinal energy with the King of Wands there, Aries. And I think that your people, your tribe, that's how you come in contact with the right energies that are aligned with you. There's the Devil. Yeah, I was looking, you have Capricorn moon. This is like what you're known for. This is your achievements. It's also breaking patterns. It can also be the perceived black sheep of the family. Just give me a second. I'm going to check the radar to see what the hell is flying over me right now. It sounds a little different than it normally does. And it's looking like oh, nope, their transponders are on. Oh, interesting. A T-38A Talon. That's very interesting. Okay. You might be resisting or not stepping into an energy that I feel like you're being guided to step into. I think that it's going to be a one foot in front of the other kind of journey, but I also think that the right people, the right places, the right resources, all of those things are going to align with you when you're doing this. This is Saturn, it's 10th house, okay, and you have a Capricorn moon. I feel like you may have this feeling like you feel like you can't, but with 10th house, this is about your goals, your aspirations, your professional reputation, your title, you know, what you're known for. And I feel like your intuition is trying to steer you towards something that you're meant to play a bigger role in than maybe you are. Okay. Show me 4 of Cups here. Six of Swords. Seven of Wands. And the Ace of Pentacles. Tell me a little more about that. Six of Swords, Seven of Wands. Thank you. Five of Pentacles. Man. You have a really important role here to play in your life, and I feel like it's whether you accept the challenge or not. I think that's what it boils down to. I can tell you this. I think that you'll have regrets if you don't. I think that you'll wish you had if you didn't do it, if you don't do it. It just feels like something that maybe you feel like is hard for you to do, or you might tell yourself for whatever reason that you can't. But I actually feel like it's the challenge that you're here to overcome. It's the thing that you're here to master. This could be, it's really interesting. This could be, where the hell did y'all come from? Hang on a minute. Sorry, I'm not trying to be weird. I'm just, oh, of course you did. Newport News. Okay. It'll be a whole lot more of the same experience that you're having now if we stay the same. And so part of you breaking the patterns that you might have is about doing something differently and in a more empowered way. And I think that's, again, I think that's what your intuition is trying to get you to do. That's what your higher self is telling you to do. But for some reason, it may just feel hard for you, or it may feel like, but I'm going to have to defend myself, or I'm going to have to put all this out there, or I'm going to have to do this, that, the other, that maybe you feel uncomfortable doing. It doesn't mean you can't, it just means that it's uncomfortable to do so. Okay, JJ, is that tracking? I do see with the Knight of Swords, this could have something to do with communication, but maybe this is about communicating in a different way. There's something here that they're giving me about maybe pen to paper or written doesn't really put a face to something, and there's something about the face to it. There's something about the, it's like you get to hide behind the pen and paper, and I feel like you're not supposed to do that. I feel like you're meant to be a leader in some way with that Emperor energy that showed up. A leader in something that you have experience with is what I'm picking up. All right. Thank you, JJ. I hope that was helpful, beneficial to you. All right, Sandra, are you here? And then it's Chantal. Okay, darling. Okay, you're here. Okay. All right. I did JJ. I started you. Your timestamp is at 2:43 and 13 seconds. All right, show me for Sandra, please. Yeah, JJ, I just finished yours. Well, we'll try to keep the poo from hitting us in this reading, Sandra. Let's just see what comes through here. I'm gonna ask like full general on this for you, okay? What's the guidance here for Sandra in this situation? Please show me the overall energy. Okay, you really emotionally invested in what's going on right now. Your emotions, okay, are being impacted here. Page of Pentacles in the challenge. The world where the focus needs to be. You went in a time warp. I hope not. Just if you can go, you can rewind it a little bit to 2:43:13 is where it's at. I'll put timestamps at the end in case you can't find it. But you can also scroll back and see where your name pops up on the screen. And we have strength. You're probably not going to like this, Sandra, but this is you don't have control of the controls here. Not that you're trying to necessarily, but this is it's like a hands off. Jesus, take the wheel moment. Okay, let's look at the Queen of Cups. Show me the Queen of Cups. Listen, I think there was some, I know you said that it came back and it is your son, but I think that there was, I don't think she was sure. Nine of Wands. Yeah, babe, your emotions are all over the place right now. I see you feel extremely hurt too. Eight of Swords. You don't have control over this, babe. The struggle that you're feeling, you're committed to it though. There's a lesson here for you. But I feel like the I feel like this certainly is hard to get out of your mind. I feel like it's hard to not think about for you right now. Yeah, Ten of Cups family. I think you're also feeling really torn up about the fact that you feel like there's this dismantling of how you wanted life to be, especially for your son. I feel like I've said this to you before because I'm having deja vu and I'm getting this coming through, so I'm going to say this. Your son has his own soul contracts, his own lessons that he is learning here on earth, and this feels like it's one of them. Okay. And therefore, we have no control over somebody else's decisions and free will and what they choose to do. No control. We just make it harder for ourselves when we try to control it. You're welcome, Transdimensional. Have a good day. Show me the Page of Pentacles. Swords. You're actually being asked to kind of start something new for yourself. I feel like there's a lot of disappointment. I almost feel like there's grief and disappointment here. Wow. Can I say something? I feel like you're even though your son is alive, I feel like you're grieving the loss of your son. And there's the devil. He is wrapped up in a karmic contract right now. There's nothing that you can say or do, Sandra, that's going to change the situation. He's going to have to go through this lesson, and that could be years. That's most likely going to be at least 18 years of his life. Do you want to be dragged around behind this for the next 18 years? I'm pretty sure your answer is no. Tell me about this Ten of Swords. I think you're trying to hold on to hope on something that, like, we need to the hope comes later. It's the good stuff from this situation comes later. It's not right now. Show me the devil. Looks like it's going to be a pretty rough ride for him. Yeah. Do you want to be chained up behind that thing? It's not your karma. I know as a mother, it's hard, but this isn't your karma. This is his. This is what I always joke with my mother about. We must have been drunk off our tails when we were asked if we wanted to come to Earth and have these experiences. We must have not been sober. Okay. And apparently he chose this. He probably will. He probably will. There will be good that comes from this, but it's not right now. None of the decisions that he's going to make right now, because he's stitching himself more into this karmic contract, is going to make you happy. You're going to be against it all. Okay. This could be doing a number on like your health as well, Sandra. So show me this world. I won't say that they do or don't work out necessarily. Okay. But I mean, it's too early to even tell that, but the fact that this is a connection that's coming in karmically tells me that there's a lesson that needs to be learned. And when the lesson is completed, that's when things change. Now, whether that's they change for the better or they, however you want to look at that, or they change for the worse is a different story. It's too early to tell that, what that is. I'll ask, but it looks like there's going to be some kind of regrets and sadness on your part, but regrets on his part. How does that turn out? Let me just ask real quick. Doesn't look like they stay together. Yeah, looks like he's going to be forking over a whole lot of money to this situation. And I can guarantee you, you're probably not going to get repaid anytime soon. Show me the world. This is him. I'm hearing suckered. This is him getting sucked into something a little vampiric, if you will, energetically, when it comes to how much you give to me kind of thing is what I'm getting. There's the Five of Wands. Yeah, it's hard for you to be at peace about this, but that's exactly what you're being asked to do, to take your hands off of it. Watch him fall on his face. Watch him go through the struggles. There is going to be like not that you would say this or, but there is going to be a bit of an I told you so moment is what I'm seeing. And this is about you playing nice. It's like there's almost like, I feel like he's kind of shocked at how you might even change on how you're interacting with the situation. You're to let go of this. You're to free yourself from this. It's not your deal here. This isn't your karma, but you're making yourself part of the karma. The karma that you have is with him and probably like the things that you feel are owed to you. Okay. But as far as being chained behind this Mad Max situation, that's you can unhook that chain. I think that you have a little bit of fear about what's going to happen, but I think, again, this is you surrendering to the fact that you don't have control. And once you relinquish that control, I mean, this is like, it's going to tumble down that hill, path of least resistance, however that happens for him. Strength. It's hard for you to do. I see that, but this is what you're being asked to do. Relinquish control. It's not your problem. It's not your challenge. As a mother, we kind of try to make it and try to get them back on track, that's just our mom instinct, but show me strength. Wow. Two of Swords. This is gonna, listen, this situation is helping him to mature. And this is the mistake he's going to make that's going to help him mature. By you withstanding getting involved in certain things, or, it does feel a little bit like keeping your distance or keeping your own boundaries, but it looks like you're adhering to theirs. It does look a little like that. Your son's going to finally get it at some point, but you can't speed that up or slow that down. You have no control over the controls here. This is happening. And it looks like he's made that decision. But there's a significant lesson here in this for him. In other words, you you can float down the river or you can swim upstream, and you trying to have anything to do with like getting him back on track is just gonna, you're fighting against the current here. Okay. Yeah, let me know. Let me know. This is karmic. That's what I can tell you. It's karmic. But you don't have to be tied to that karma. You've already had your experience with this that matured you. There could be something that seems too, I want to say, Sandra, there could be something about the situation that is a reflection of the situation with you and his father. Just FYI, that just came through. It could be kind of reflective of that. Okay. Yeah, keep me posted. Let me know. Okay. All right, Chantal. All right, darling, I'm going to timestamp you, and then I'm going to read your booking privately to myself. Let's see. Okay, let me I haven't used this. I'm going to use this. All right, show me for Chantal, please. Hi, Shelby. So every Friday, usually every Friday, maybe not all the time, but every Friday as of late, I go live and do personal readings for you guys. So I'm doing another one on May 1st. And if you want to get on the list for that, you go to collapsecodes.com and then click on work with me, and it's the first one on the page there. Okay. Show me for Chantal. Hang on to me, wait. Show me for Chantal. Okay, I like that. Wheel of Fortune. Change. Well, there's the Tower. Well, that's in your challenge position. Things being rearranged in your life here. You've got 2 cards coming out for your focus. The Hangman and the 8 of Cups, and showing near future energy. Wow, that's a lot. I'm taking this one first. 7 of Wands. We have the Knight of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. I'm going to teeny at Chantal. Give me 1 second. You're welcome. Come on, man. It's time to tan the belly, huh? It's that time of day. Let's see. So beautiful. Okay. All right, let's go back to this Wheel of Fortune. There's change happening, obviously. I may not be the easiest with the Tower there, but let's see what comes through here. Show me the Wheel of Fortune, please. This might separate you from something, like set you apart from something here. 8 of Wands. Whatever this change is. Queen of Swords. Okay. This feels like something that kind of like you get real serious real quick. No time. It feels like you might be feeling like no time for games. Like I got to be serious about this. I don't know what that's about. I don't know what that pertains to. Show me this 8 of Wands. I don't know if you're moving on from something that you've had history with, or you're being kind of, things are changing with something that you've had a long history with. That might feel a little uncomfortable, though, I'm getting with that Queen of Swords. Give me a second. It's more about the information you need to make strategic moves, or a very strategic call or decision or something like that. On some level, there could be decisions or a decision that only you can make, and that could be part of this too. Was it helpful, JJ? All right, 7 of Pentacles. So let me just, JJ, real quick. When you book, because I don't know how long a reading is going to take, the booking is just kind of saving your spot. If you're expecting it to be exactly at 12, just so you know. Like it might, that's why I timestamp it, because it's not exactly at the time you book because of the other readings that I'm doing too. So, all right. So 7 of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. 5 of Wands. Something that seems like people are like saying it's a good thing, or someone's saying it's a good thing. You may not feel like it's a good thing for you. Somebody may be making something seem positive, or I don't know what this is about. Something seems like maybe you've even thought about it for a while, like, or you've kind of expected something like this to take place, or this challenge to arise, or this to come out of the woodwork. I don't know exactly what it is, but it seems like maybe you had an expectation of it, or it's like you were just waiting for something to happen. I feel like, yeah, I feel like somebody's like trying to make something seem good or seem positive, but it doesn't feel that way. It doesn't appear that way. What the hell is going on here? Three of Pentacles. It looks like it's probably in your work environment, something having to do with your work. This could also be something that might have been a rumor that you're finding out is like true. And it feels like, again, it's in relation to work. Like, oh, I heard something like this was going to happen, but it was just a rumor or something like that. I don't know. Seems like it could be either in a group of people, an environment, or your work here. Show me the Hangman and the 8 of Cups, where the focus needs to be. 6 of Pentacles. I think this is about you figuring out where you want to give your time and energy and what you don't want to give your time and energy to. This may be like, maybe you see something differently and you end up making a decision to walk away here. In fact, I feel like if you saw something more clearly, you would walk away. If you had a deeper understanding about what's really going on here, but it feels more like it's, maybe you could be given to a job that you can't stand, or you're putting in 60 hours and barely making ends meet or something like that. Just as an example. But it's about the exchange of energy for sure. Is something worth the exchange of energy and needing to make a decision about that? Okay, I don't know what area of your life this is, but that's what I'm seeing. So 7 of Wands, Knight of Cups, and 10 of Pentacles here. This is about you making room for other things in life that aren't necessarily the serious things. This is more of like a open-hearted experience here. Page of Wands, yeah, an excitement, a joy, a playfulness. Like that's what you want to give to long term. There's the 9 of Wands. You don't want exhaustion. You don't want frustration. You don't want irritation. So there might be something that you feel like you need to kind of maneuver away from that might block you from you being able to be in an energy of enjoyment here. It's almost like a stopping and smell of roses, or just, yeah, 8 of Swords. I imagine that there's something here that you feel tied and bound to, or that you feel like you don't know what to do with it. Like you might feel a little stuck in this area here. And there's the Chariot. You are being asked to move on from that. And to examine like your commitments, what you choose to commit yourself to, what you choose to dedicate yourself to. Because I feel like there's something here that's kind of like, it's just been the norm, and I think this is about shifting your focus on where you're giving your energy and where you're giving your time and your resources and your life force here. And giving more of that time and that energy to again, like this sweetness of life, if you will. The things that are really important in life. Having time to do things that you enjoy, having time to connect with the people that you care about. this sort of thing. So something in your life, I feel like maybe takes away from that. And if anything is dismantling, I mean, again, you have the tower here. So if anything is coming unraveled or dismantled, let that ish go. Because I feel like it's opening up a space for an energy that you actually want to experience in your life. And it feels like something that keeps you a little stuck is how this feels. Okay. All right. Is Kathy here? Chantal, I hope that's helpful, babe. Let me know. I don't think you're here, but I'll timestamp it. I didn't see Kathy pop up, and I knew this may happen, so Kathy's going to be done separately at another time. But I appreciate y'all hanging. I hope everything's okay, Allison. I know you said you'd text me. Have you texted me? It's probably going to be a book, ain't it? Let me see what these folks did here. What were they looking at? They were flying right over where I live, doing loop-de-loos. Look at that. I can't show you that where I live, but can y'all see all the loop-de-loos they were doing? It feels like they're looking for something now. I'm just looking at that. Where did they go? They go back? They're on their way back now. And one of them turned off their transponder. Sorry, I'm being nosy. I pay attention to what's going on above me. Oh, this dude's already back. Dang, that was fast. Very interesting. Yeah, don't dish in the live. Don't dish in the live. All right. All right. Y'all need to plant your food. Well, I know it's different for where everybody lives, but I started, so you know how potatoes take up like a lot of ground space? I'm trying to grow them vertically this year, so I'll let you know how that turns out. But apparently it's a thing. All right. All right. I appreciate every single one of you that came to hang out. Hey, Ashley, I see you. Hey there. I appreciate all of you hanging out with me and spending some time here while I do these readings for everybody. And tomorrow you guys will have your all signs, all houses reading. And for the week. And of course, tomorrow we have Uranus entering Gemini. You have Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. Gemini, Cancer will be posted today for May. Aries, Taurus was posted yesterday. And then next week we'll finish that up for May. Okay. And I'll see you guys again soon. All right. Love ya. Mooches. See ya. Have a good weekend, everybody.